Bronny can go in front of ESPN.
Nigga, my mama gonna go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a pops, that nigga gonna do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah.
But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see shit doing.
Right, it's about to get
Dion already doing that. We all saw what we saw. You know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's all
when you a teammate and push him like, man, like, let's go. He pushed him like,
Get off of me. Get off of me.
Get off me.
No, don't touch me.
Was it worth the $30,000? Now? in the moment.
In that moment.
In the moment.
He was up.
You remember?
Was it bingo night or was it? 44.
You know what we do on this show, boy.
We flow, boy. But keep it high level. This is gonna just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. This whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is,
I am undisputed. Oh, come on. And me playing basketball, and I just want to line up.
he's getting up.
And show. Yeah, we doing this for real.
He's
I want to go rebound. Shoot.
This one?
Cut that up, baby. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. I know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song I got.
Did you say sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
Well, you think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail. Okay, you know what? Big dog? Yes. I'm light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now. Let's get
it. Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it. It's dark, right? And then you go, blah, blah, blah. What's cracking like it back from the back into the jacket? I'm going to give y'all a flashback real quick. Let's get into this. San Diego, 2001. I broke my foot. I missed the first 2 games, but I'm the DJ on the team. I'm the hype man on the team because I'm just hyper in real life. So obviously I'm going to do that. They waiting for me to come out. And then finally I put my song on. Y'all know what I played? Dang, dang, dang. That mystical. Ow, ow. Dong, dong, dong. Ay. The smoke, the big old bubble helmet. You run through the bubble helmet and smoke. Guess what I did? I tripped and fell. Boom, boom, boom. Got up, still hype. Start bucking that boat and rolling. I was scared as hell that game, no lie, because that was my first game after getting the big deal. Everybody looking at me like I'm supposed to be a big deal. But I had a broken foot. It's 3 weeks old. I'm like, ooh. And I end up getting a sack. against a really good tackle from the Chiefs. I forget who it was. I don't think it was Willie Rofe. Maybe it was something else. Maybe, it wasn't even the Chiefs. I don't know. Point is, I failed. I failed on Mystical, and that got me crazy hype. Oh, love you guys, man. Thanks for rocking with your boy. Thanks for getting up this morning or still coming in from last night. It is Saturday morning, so a lot of y'all Friday nighters out here rocking with your boy. We about to get this thing in because this is what we do. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and become a member. Welcome to Hydration Situation. Y'all ain't been in here before. We act the donkey in here. The faster that they run, what we say, the faster they run away from the truth, the faster we get to it. Something like that, more poetic. All right, so on this show, we have a lot of fun talking about what a lot of people are talking about, but talking about it for real. Because they over there trying to keep their jobs. I'm like, man, look. Somebody had it in a rap song. They were like, yo, it was Young Jeezy. He was like, yeah, you just got your first meal. He said, I got mine in 2006. So basically, man, I've been blessed to do a lot of the things I wanted to do growing up as an itty bitty. Really blessed, right? I took a helicopter in terms of going to the NFL and getting drafted. You ain't got to go through all of that, work for the Urban League. You ain't got to go put in resumes everywhere. They just grab you and say, I'm about to take you to the top. Real spit. Okay, I wanted to be a school teacher. I wasn't tripping. Like, I went to Columbia like, I'm going to be a school teacher or an NFL player. And I know they are a world of difference, but guess what? In terms of fulfillment, I don't think they are. But obviously, lifestyle, kids, legacy, blah, 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 popularity, relationships. I ain't stupid. At the same time, I was like, I ain't going to be dumb and be like, my life is ruined because I'm a school teacher. I was going to be pumped up. But I took the helicopter ride. Point being, doing that, then doing sports media before sports media was really popular with players. When I was doing sports media, they thought you were broke. Remember, like in 2005, I was doing NFL Network. People were like, you broke? You all right? You spent all your money? You already get another job? Don't you supposed to retire and get fat and go on the golf course and go to Columbia and mess with all them girls? I was like, nah. And they ain't mean Columbia College. They meant Columbia. And I was like, nah, man. You're supposed to keep working, man. Keep giving back. You still got a lot of life to live. So that's the point. I did all those things. I checked all those boxes. So now I'm about to check another box because through all of that, man, it's the best people, the realest people. Unfortunately, a lot of times, as you see in NFL, guys can't be who they really are. Look how they kill Aaron Rodgers when he tell you the truth. He'd be like, look, I don't like that dude. He'd be like, look, I'm going to do this. He'd be making up. It don't matter. He just being a normal person. Doesn't mean everything he comes out of his mouth is real and it's real to him, right? And I like that. I like Aaron Rodgers for that. I like people like that. You watching the media and you see cats and you're like, man, he just said yesterday something else and now today that. I don't like that. I do not like that. So I'm trying to cut through in the middle. We'll see. So far so great because we're rocking and we're rolling. Let's get into this real quick because y'all know I love music too much. Do y'all know Michael is already surpassed? I'm going to see this. My sister and I are having a Michael Jackson party. Michael's already surpassed 100,000 pre-sales for its opening day in Brazil, and we have 3.5 days left before the movie's release. It's on track to beat the opening day of Mario Galaxy and Avatar 3. Make sure y'all go see Michael. Why? Because that's like my favorite artist ever. So I just want y'all to go check that out. All right, what we got on this show? Damn it, Marcellus, you talking about everything else? Talk about the damn show. Well, ESPN gonna break its silence finally on the Russini and Vrabel scandal. Kinda. It's gonna be interesting and y'all see how this played. Man. Cats be out here lying. Let me write that down right there. Also, we're gonna talk about inside the NBA. People are like, are they gonna really make an impact? Are they gonna take their top spot? Chuck, Shaq, Ernie, Kenny Smith, are you going to take y'all top spot in the playoffs? Because the regular season wasn't regular for us. We were like, what happened to that show? All right, Skip Bayless is going to talk about Shannon Sharpe. He reminiscing. He talking about, I don't know what the hell he was thinking about missing these shows. And more importantly, Fox was mad at Shannon. We're going to talk through that. Logan Paul is dissing First Take. He got too much money. He just acting donkey. He don't give a damn. And John Jones, Daniel Cormier, they're going to fight. Like, they literally about to fight. No, in real life. Like, you know how Ice Spice got slapped? Golly, what that girl from LA for real. She's like, where you from? Y'all see that video? I ain't gonna play that video, but that ain't our lane. We ain't talking about that. Ain't no life lessons in that. Just get ran up on from the girl from the hood. And NFL contracts, we're gonna break that down all the way to the very last compound. We're gonna get into all that and more, but first we just let y'all get into the chat and we get a little rando. So This week was full of LaMelo Ball being a clown. We all know what happened last night. If you don't, we're going to get to that. But I want to show y'all a little bit of this LaMelo. This dude different, dog. I don't want to hear this music, though, because they shut me down when they hear music. All right, let's go. This is LaMelo. Look at LaMelo. Watch this dude. He's silly, right? Everybody call him a clown. And look, you see him? He was doing the little clown dance right then. Nice. But he got so much skill, so much talent that you just can't even trip. And he just pulled out a bag or something out of his, he just kicked it, just threw the ball in the dude's face. Ain't none of this. Look, damn, that's Jalen Brunson too. I mean, look, I don't know if that was on purpose or not. Sometimes you be doing that kind of stuff and it be on purpose. Kick the dude with the ball right in his face. My bad, my bad. All you got to say is my bad. Now watch this. This is crazy. Yeah, now that's premeditated. Like at first you were scared, then, oh, that's definitely premeditated. Jesus. He different. You got to give him love, man. So this is a week of him clowning. Trust me, we going somewhere with this because LaMelo, middle finger in the air because you don't care. I get it. You telling the referee what to do? Use your damn whistle, donut. Okay. So now, if you watched the game last night, obviously that didn't go well. Sometimes fans are just fans. Fans, sometimes y'all get it right. I can't lie. All that cheering and booing and stuff, but y'all a lot of times sometimes the heckling goes right. I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. Watch the heckling go right here. Look at this. Watch this. Y'all catch it? Y'all see it? Tell me y'all see it. That dude. Look at the dude in the front row driving the car off the road. Look at Sometimes y'all get it right. Hilarity. I love it too much. But LaMelo, we got to talk for real. This is a sports show. We talk sports media, but we talk sports. Talk to me, man. What happened?
That huge third quarter, what kind of happened or was said internally maybe at halftime that you wanted to take matters into your own hands and really create a lot for your team then?
That is crispy. I'm out of wearing chains. It's so crazy because I was so into wearing chains. I had so many chains at one time. I mean, it ain't nothing. People be talking all that stuff. It's just to show people how rich you are or the ability to spend money frivolously. Stop it. I'm tired of hearing these deep explanations of why cats wear jewelry. You don't want to know why I know it's true? Because when you get about 50 or 51 like me, you ain't wearing none of that junk. And if you are, you trying to live in the past, or you still in them streets, or you got a little side thing going, or you living like, what's his name? Benjamin Button. You're going backwards in life. Ain't nobody trying to live like that when they 50. But right now, do it. Flex. That's fresh, though. I got to give him that.
I just feel like it was just too late. I should have been doing that from the jump for real. Like I said, we was doing a lot of plays and stuff, just getting pushed around and everything. I feel like I should have just took the ball from the beginning for real. But
yeah, it should have. But y'all got smoked. The worst game of the year for them happened yesterday. They out to play all that stuff. That was their worst game. They lost by like 31. Crazy. Respect to Patrick Edwards in the building. Shout out to the members. Stomp is in the building. Shout out to the members. Let's see who our top 5 is right now. Anthony Johnson, Video Vulture, and Conquest is number 3. Little Big Man, number 2, and Universal Trappers, my dog, number 1. Yeah, they looked horrible. Let's just call it what it is. It is what it is. Well, they ain't the only team that looked horrible. You know who else looked horrible?
The only real legacy of the Kawhi Leonard Clippers era is it helped build a juggernaut in Oklahoma City. A lot of that's bad luck, but there's also a year like this year. Kawhi's healthy basically all year, averages the most points he's ever averaged for his entire career, and yet they still find themselves in the 9-10 play-in game, and then in the fourth quarter, Draymond erases him. And now I do wonder what their next move is. We don't know how this aspiration investigation is going to go. It wouldn't be good business for them to give him an extension, but players like Kawhi don't typically go into the final year of their deal. So could he be traded? I would imagine. And if that was the end of the Kawhi Leonard Clippers era, it is inarguably, given the hype and the expectation, one of the most disappointing long runs in the 2000s in the NBA.
Blah, blah, blah. Can't lie. Sound like I was in church. I just heard the gospel. I don't know what to do with Kawhi. I know I don't want him to go, but I also know he ain't enough. And I also know, you got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that you got to address. They got lawsuits for real going on. The Kawhi name is all on them. There's going to be a tricky offseason for the Clippers. Look, I'm so callous. I feel like Tina Turner still with Ike. Like, Ike, it doesn't matter what you do to me, Ike. It can't be worse than what you've already done, so go ahead. I feel like that for the Clippers right now. This is where my heart is for real. I'm indifferent. I'm apathetic. And that's the worst place to be, because I know that being in relationships, when you love somebody, you love them. When you hate somebody, you hate them, but you still got love for them, because you wouldn't hate them. You wouldn't be arguing if you didn't care. So all you haters out there, just admit you care, okay? That's why you hating, because if not, you'd be apathetic. All the stuff that you don't like, you wouldn't even talk about, because you apathetic. You're like, I don't give a damn. And then you'll move on. But when you sitting there 2 hours later saying you don't give a damn, you the one that look like Boo Boo the Fool, okay? So I am right now apathetic with my Clippers. It's crazy. Like, I don't even want to have a conversation about it. Frankly, my boys be coming over, we be playing pickleball. They be like, what about your Clippers? I just hit the ball. I just dink it. I don't care. Like, I don't care, and that's so sad, because I know deep down I really do care, but I'm just on that layer of, man, I don't give a funk. What happened to y'all? Man, and it wasn't even when they traded James Harden. I told them, look, when you let Harden go, you put me on notice that y'all don't really care about this season. When y'all let Zubac go, y'all let me know y'all don't care about y'all future. And now I'm apathetic. Messing with my squad. See, look at it. Now I'm turning into a hater because I'm starting to talk about it for a long time, acting like I don't care. Oh, stop it. Steph Curry, talk about your season. Talk about your year going forward. Let's see what's happening.
Still seeing multiple years as beyond left in the career. Multiple, for sure. That's more than one. Yes, that's perfect.
I'm sorry for this ghetto audio. What the hell the NBA over there doing? That's worse than AM radio. What the hell? They asked him how many more seasons he sees himself playing, or is he about to retire? He said, multiple for sure. That means he got at least a couple more seasons in him. Let's see if this ghetto audio get any better. What the funk?
Would you be interested in an extension? For sure. But none of those conversations have happened, so it'll be a busy summer for the Warriors.
Blah, blah, blah. Talking that money talking. Dude gonna act. See, this is why I get mad. Y'all got mad at that auntie in Jacksonville when she was like, baby, it's gonna be okay. Don't let them make you feel that bad. We were good this year. We just lost this game. Season over. We gonna rebuild. We good, baby. And everybody killed her. She ain't no journalist. She ain't got no journalistic integrity. Somebody get their grandmama or auntie up out of there. And then this fool, whoever you are, in there, just asked the dumbest question. Not actually the dumbest, because they're dumber. But this is close. He says, are you interested in an extension with the Warriors? No, I'm trying to leave now at the end of my career. No, I want no more money. Like, what answer is you go? What? Even if you know that he may be interested, what answer are you going to get out of Steph Curry right now? I guess, that saves the reporter actually from being the dumbest question ever. Because he may just say, hey, you know what? It's been good here, but, I'm trying to see greener pastures, homie. I'm trying to see what else is out there. You know what I'm saying? I've been on lockdown all these years. It's time to go break through. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he expected, but you're going to get that answer from Steph Curry. But this is an interesting stat. Let's see this. Did y'all know this about Steph Curry? He's now missed the playoffs 7 times. That's the highest number among MVP award winners. Whoa, let's go here. What? Steph Curry is winning in a bad category? Let's go. Steph Curry got 7. 10 playoff appearances in 17. Okay. Derrick Rose got 7. All right. We know that knee has something to do with it. Kevin Garnett, 7. I hear a lot of people always talk about, Garnett only won that one in the big 3. Other than that, what did he do? What did he do? What did he do? And that's where this comes from. It comes from here. Moses Malone. A lot of y'all too young to even know who Moses Malone is, because he's like a forgotten great for the youngsters. Not us old cats. We know who Moses Malone is. That dude used to sweat. I'm not lying. He coming out pregame before he warm up, sweating. When the game started, it was Armor All on the he had like Armor All on the court, just everywhere, just oil sheen, soul glow. I ain't never seen somebody sweat more than him. I'm close, but Moses Malone is it. Allen Iverson, 6. Okay, I hear you. Bill Walton, 6. That back had something to do with it, I'm sure. Dirk, 6. Yeah, remember when Dirk messed up they had the best record, and they lost in the first round way before they did what they did to the LeBron and the Heatles. People were on Dirk's neck. See, this is why you got to have perspective. That's why we have to have this show right here. Like and subscribe to this show and make sure you become a member. Like this video right now. You got to understand, we got perspective on this show because we interact as an audience, but more importantly, my ass don't be forgetting a lot of stuff. I only forget what to do every day. Like, you know, my wife asked me to do something, I forget. But everything else, I kind of remember. Dirk, oh my God, they were killing Dirk. Killing Dirk. And then Dirk did what he did to the LeBron Heatles. Oh, they love Dirk now forever. Steve Nash, 6. Bob McAdoo, y'all forgot him. Clipper, Laker, dude. Y'all see another forgotten. And Kobe is on the list. Remember when Shaq left? Oh, hold on. How about when they first got together? Right? I think they made the playoffs, though. But I know they didn't make it when Shaq left. Kobe out there giving you 97 points a game. And y'all lost 98-97. If nobody else was doing jack. Right? Remember those days? That's how it go. That's how the game go. Blah, blah, blah. I remember it. Y'all got to put some love on it. All those things. Steph Curry, you got the most playoff misses. Oh, somebody got to say something positive about him. Let me hear something good about Steph.
I think the thing that people miss the most with Steph, because he's this nice guy, right? He does all the charitable work. Everything he says is right.
Hey, you got to give Bill Simmons credit. He hangs on to every word you say. Even if he's thinking about coffee or he's thinking about driving on Crenshaw. It don't matter. He just giving you that look. That's professionalism. I got to give him a salute to that.
Like, he's the most coachable star. And one day we're going to have a pod about that. Why Steph has won over some of the other guys. And because I'm a coach, I really believe a lot of it is because he allowed himself to be coached.
Right.
And I think that's part of it.
Ooh, part of it. That's so much of it. Shout out to Chaotic Jester for the super chat. I appreciate you, big dog. You overslept. What did you miss? Oh, you just missed me talking about Michael Jackson and me falling when I got introduced in San Diego. Nothing much. All right, so here we go. Doc Rivers said coaching. See, this is the thing about coaching. The coaching takes you from the tree that you're climbing in to the forest that the tree resides in. It tells you there's more out here than what you see and what you're doing. Why is that important? Because no matter how good you are, there's more you can do. And what gives you that understanding? Oh, there's more trees. There's more climbing I can do. There must be more fruit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not lying. If you got a good coach, oh man, hold on to him. I had some great coaches. And I had some bad coaches. I had Marv Levy, my first coach in the NFL. But before I even get there, let's not even do that. I ain't going to be Hollywood. That ain't what we do. I live in L.A., but I don't live in Hollywood. Melvin Smith Sr., my coach when I was 8 years old, when I played with the best athlete I ever played with, Stace Bozeman, when he had 2 running backs, one had 44 touchdowns, other one had like 28. And I'm the one with the 28 because Stace is insane and coach knew how to play us. He knew how to keep us going. He also knew that my mind and my ego wasn't full yet. At the same time, I'm super fast. I'm the man, but I got to take a back seat because I ain't never seen this before. This is an extraterrestrial. Stace Bozeman, #1 in high school in football, USA Today, #2 in basketball. Stace Bozeman was insane. I called him when he was 8. I didn't know. What's the odds of you landing on a team with that dude? I was like, what? Coach knew how to play it, though. First day of practice, I remember this like yesterday. He rolls out a water hose with colors on it and numbers. And it had 0 in the middle, and it was like 1, 2, 3, 4. It was the hose for a running back. He said, everybody, this is how you build an offense off of the play design and the hose. And then he gave us all numbers. He said, Marcellus, you're number 4 back, fullback. Stace, you're number 3, tailback. 33 dive, run it. You're like, what do I do? 3 back, go through the 3 hole, dive. Man, coaching is insane. I go all the way to Marv Levy. I go all the way to Bill Parcells. When Bill Parcells said, give me 5 minutes, Wiley. We were sitting there watching the practice. I don't know why I wasn't practicing. I was probably big time in it. I was sitting there when he said, give me 5 minutes. I could tell you every single pro and con of every player on there. Watch, go. And he started nailing cats. He was like, him, watch his hips, watch his, oh, I told you, watch his, how he catches the ball. I bet you're going to drop something. Boom, he dropped one. You're like, God dang. I've seen it all. Coaching. People don't give us enough credit. It's almost like you get the answers to the tests almost. Like, if you got a great coach, he's going to put you in so many great positions. You're going to be in you're going to play chess from a higher level. You're just going to see stuff coming. It's all about anticipation. And a good coach is going to prepare you so you can anticipate. Bad coaches make you guess. Good coaches help you anticipate. So many plays are made right here because you like, I see, bow, gone, got it, I see, touchdown, you in the crowd, popcorn. When you don't recognize it and then it happens, you're like, oh, and then you're a step behind it. I give it to you like Barry Sanders told me this. We were at a dinner and Barry Sanders said, you know the difference between a 60-yard touchdown run and a 6-yard loss? I was like, what? He said 6 inches. Oh, he ain't lying. Let me tell you the difference. If you see what's coming and you get in front of him, you put your head in front of a Barry Sanders and you put your head on his chest, you're going to tackle him. But if you move your head 6 inches to his shoulder because you didn't see it coming or you didn't see him coming, you weren't well coached, you weren't well disciplined, whatever. You're 6 inches removed from, if my helmet is here, you tackled. My helmet over here, arm tackle, he breaks an arm tackle, and he gone. That's 60. Or I could have got him for 6 yards in the backfield. Come on, Doc. Talk that talk.
But what we miss with him is he's a stone, cold-blooded killer. Just like Kobe and Michael. He just doesn't come off that way. But he's exactly like them.
I'm so glad he said that because I get sick and tired of people telling me what killers look like. Come on, y'all. How many times you watch the local news and they show the murder in the neighborhood and then old Betsy get out, she finally leave the house, she said, I mean, I can't lie, that was a nice kid. I mean, he was quiet, but every time I saw him, he would wave and give me my newspaper. I can't believe it. And then they go to the scene. You don't know what a killer look like. I grew up, no lie, and this is not to brag, and I don't want a black card. I don't want no ghetto car. I don't want nothing. I don't want no props. But I do know people that have killed people. And let me just tell you, you wouldn't pick them out of the lineup. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't pick them up out of the lineup. I know people who haven't done anything like that, and they look crazy. I know people that look insane. You know, tattoos everywhere, all these piercings, crazy, all the wild stuff. You're like, okay. I mean, gangster as they get, ain't did no dirt. Good for him, though. I'm proud. But, boy, you sure are going to be labeled. How you know you're going to be labeled? Hey, big dog, why you stereotyping me? Dog, look at you. Like, I'm not the friend to ask that stupid-ass question. Dog, look at you. You look like a damn mannequin of gangster. Come on, man. You looked in the manual of what gangster is and did everything and then added some. You're stupid. Do it, though. That's your life. I'm just saying, I'm going to tell you, when I see you coming, I'm judging you. Why are you judging me? Dog, because I'm playing the percentages. Who in the hell woke up and wanted to be gangster? You? Stupid. Anyway, so you know that cat, but I know that dude. He ain't did nothing like that. But then you see this other dude, Clarence, who after 2 parents and looks shit, don't let his appearance fool you. That's the one. I ain't gonna tell the story. I was about to tell that story, boy. I told it before, but I'll do it again.
And people miss that with him. They misforecast him, his toughness and his grit. They really do. I think the thing that people miss the most.
All right, Doc, you repeating yourself. Blah, blah, blah. Respect. I love it. On this show, we just dive a little deeper into what they want to say because, you know, Bill Simmons was just sitting there doing this. Professional, but he dropping nuggets. And when he drop nuggets, we going to pick them up. That's what we doing. We barbecue sauce over here. We picking up the nuggets. All right. So now, make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to this channel, become a member. Like the video right now, damn it. I said like it. We're going to talk about the MVP and how that goes, that conversation. It's kind of gangster. I think they're going to be on to it. I think they're going to really drop some jewels on this. Y'all got to see how the MVP is always made. Love to all you guys who are here. Who's our top 5 fans? Little Big Man, Universal Trappers. Universal Trappers fell off. Fry Bryce woke up. Good. Finally got up. The lady let you get up, huh? She said, baby, stay here. He's like, nah, I got to go see Wiley. Patrick Edwards and Chaotic Jester, number 1. Love to you guys, man. Let's keep rocking and rolling. Let's see what they do for the MVP. Any politics involved, you think?
He's gonna be back.
We want to grow league as a whole. We gonna fucking sit in a fucking board meeting.
Okay, I've seen this podcast a few times. I can't lie, not a big fan. It's a lot of cursing. I don't care about cursing because I love to curse too, but they curse first. You know, it's okay to add cursing. It's okay to follow with cursing, but don't start with cursing. Golly, I'm about to curse right now.
We're going to sit in a meeting. Who should get MVP? They all going to make their case. But we want to grow as a league. Popularity, Wemby. Jersey sales, Wemby. LeBron is going out the league. Who's going to be the new face of the league? Wemby. So let's push this narrative of giving the MVP to Wemby because the league is going to grow.
Okay, the league can grow with SGA too. The league can grow with Luka. The league can grow a lot of ways, which is good for the league. But at the same time, we all understand Wemby has that superpower. Why? Because he's 7'4" and can move. Even though them legs never lock out. I ain't never seen somebody get up and down the court with such bent knees. You ever watch his knees? That's the track and field to me. My track guy in me is like, oh God, he's definitely getting hurt sooner or later. Like his hips, it's so bad, but he's gigantic. So I'm like, it's working right now. Hopefully he doesn't have any foot injuries and stuff, but I'm on record saying watch his gait, his stride length, his stride movements. Watch his gait. It looks like flamingos or something. Like, ugh. But he moves and he gets there and he got that long reach and wingspan. We all get it. But Wemby, do you have to right now hit the nitrous button for Wemby? Because Luka's young. He's 27. SGA's even younger, right? Do we got to hit nitrous yet? Like, do we have to go all the way down to him? If so, why not Cooper Flagg? I mean, NBA in a great place if they learn how to market.
Let's give it a Wemby. I'm telling you, I'm a fucking businessman.
This is where I disagree with you on the business side, right?
You have to give it a Wemby. Well, go ahead.
This is where I might disagree with you on the business side, right?
Go ahead.
You definitely want to expand in Europe, but I don't think basketball is a problem in Europe right now. I don't look at Wemby the same way I looked at Yao. And the reason why is because China obviously has a way bigger population than France, right? And
who's the host? I'm not gonna lie, and this is my read. I don't think he's a former player, correct? He flexes like he must have a platform somewhere else. Like he bossing. Most hosts rush through things. Like they go through. They know they're not there to listen to them, so they speed up when they talk and they hurry up and get something in, and they got that nervous laughter. This dude acting like he bigger than them two. Who is this dude?
Saw how much the game expanded with Yao. So I don't think the business upside is there as much as you're speaking on. Because I think they've already been. Tony Parker was a great French player. Evan Fournier has been doing this.
Rudy Gobert.
He must have the money. His daddy might have the money, and then he put the money up. Say, I'll do a podcast with y'all, but y'all got to make sure I'm in it. No, help me.
Rudy Gobert. So I don't believe that there's as much of a big business upside as you're speaking of.
Heard you.
I think basketball is already prevalent and a really good sport in France. That's why we see France being such a top tier team.
Heard you.
In the last 10 years.
Didn't you just fucking show a stat?
Told you.
But those are jersey sales for sure.
Okay. Jersey sales. Where do you think they come from?
But when you're saying the growth,
I can guarantee you it's a global.
I think when you talk about the growth of the league, I don't think it's as impactful as like Yao Ming being from China. That's what I'm saying.
And
well, duh. Man, get out of here. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think it's as big as it is in China. Ain't nothing as big. If something is hitting anywhere, and if it's hitting in China, China won. If something is hitting anywhere and something hits in India, India won. Do you know how many people there? United States only has, 340 million people? They got that in 3 cities in China. 3 blocks, right? Compton Boulevard in China has 1 billion people in it. It's okay. That's why every company, any meeting, any pitch deck, everything you're going to hear a few choice buzzwords in common. AI, China, relations. it's okay. Nah, you ain't gonna get Yao Ming. No. And that's why the Dodgers are doing so well in terms of the bottom line. Because look, they got the Asian market on lock. You got Shohei Ohtani, and they got 2 other Asian players that ball out here. I gotta get out to a Dodger game, take my boy. And they in LA, which is second Asia-ish. Because if you got to go to Asia, which way you going? Ooh, I got to fly over LA to get to America. They ain't coming. They don't go west. They go east. We go west. We fly over the Pacific. They flying over the Pacific. And then they coming, boom. That's LA. I'm there, homie. Straight up. So, nah, you ain't going to be bigger than nowhere else. Let's get another one in. Let's get a little more of these topics before we get into it, because ESPN breaks its silence on Russini and Vrabel, and that scandal finally, kinda, it's weird. We're going to go over there. Will Inside the NBA hit its stride in the playoffs? People are calling it out like, yo, this regular season, be real. I don't give a damn what you say. Maybe it's the streaming networks. Maybe because we all over the place. We got 38 channels to find one game. I don't know. But Inside the NBA took a hit, took a dip in terms of impact, because I don't know. It was just like, I don't know. It was just different. So they saying, are they going to hit their stride in the playoffs? Skip Bayless calls out Shannon Sharpe like, yo, I don't know what you were thinking when you were doing all them antics together, and how Fox felt about it, and they weren't happy. Let's just say that. Logan Paul's going to diss First Take and Stephen A. Smith. They try to clean it up, but it's gangster. John Jones and Daniel Cormier are literally next to each other about to fight. Really? And NFL contracts are going to get broken down to the last compound. I want to hear this. This is interesting right here. Let's talk about Kawhi, Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant. Could they all play together? What would that look like outside the Olympics?
Team before it go, like Kawhi, Steph, KD, LeBron.
Listen,
that would be crazy. That would be
like
hard.
Like that.
For real.
What?
Like Steph, Kawhi, LeBron,
Were they going Vegas?
KD.
No, like
they all.
Were they going to the Vegas team? Were they going to the Vegas team?
How many years left KD got on his deal? In Houston, he signed a new one, or
I think one or two. He signed like a
they want
two-year
to play
extension
with each other.
That would be crazy,
Go to
bro.
Vegas. Like I just
got like you throw Kawhi in there.
Vegas. They billionaire.
Okay, first of all, what kind of contracts are they signing? I mean, Steph's still like, look, I'm close to a max guy. I mean, making $70 million. Steph, I think him, SGA, one of them dudes is making the most. Somebody signed the deal. It's like one of them years is like $80 million. Who's taking the hits? And you got to remember, it's one thing to take a hit when you're taking a hit and your second best teammate is Jimmy Butler or Draymond. We ain't competing for no all-time status on the same level. But when you see those four faces up top, something else enters the conversation. Like either we all got to say we making the same amount of money to hit, which, you know, nobody really trying to do because we ain't all the same, but we got to do it. So we all make $15 million. For what? If I'm old and about to retire and I'm just trying to milk this cow a little bit longer, you think I want a $15 million a year to play with my homies who are really my homies, but they ain't my best friends? And more importantly, all we doing this for is for a story. Stories cost more, not less. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you what Michael Jackson's lawyer told me. Respect to him. This dude he's so wealthy. He represents all like the major artists in the world and their estates. And he told me, it was like, look, it's unfortunate, you know, Michael Jackson passing away and stuff. He said, but the craziest thing is you get richer when you die. And I was like, damn. And he, you know, their movie is coming out, next week? You know how much money Michael Jackson's estate is about? It's insane. And as much money as Michael Jackson made, he gonna make more in death. Tupac, obviously. We've seen it. Biggie, all of them. So you think while I'm living, I'm trying to take less, knowing that when I die, I'm gonna get more? When I'm alive, I wanna get more. That's the game plan. Stop playing with me.
KD has another year player option next summer. So I think
Go get your Michael Jordan on. Hey, I play for the team I own. Hey.
That'd be crazy, because LeBron could do it this year with Steph if he wanted.
So
what's a ball?
Like just for the sake of just the conversation of basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all it is. Like people are like, oh no, they I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about.
We need that.
Like Michael Jackson and Prince should have had an album together, or some songs together.
Ooh, Michael Jackson and Prince had an album together. Ooh, they were too competitive, it felt like. Prince was like, I am doing it the right way, natural, dearly beloved. And then Michael was like, I don't care how it happens. I don't care if it's Quincy, if it's me, it's just going to come out. They just seem like somebody, you got one homeboy that always about herbal tea. No, I don't drink alcohol, homie. Herbal tea, you want some tea? And you got another homeboy on that yak. Like, Michael Jackson was on that yak. And Prince was on that tea. Okay? Shout out to Bobby from Nebraska. Happy birthday, big dog. Yes, I give you love, big dog. Thanks for the super chat. How old are you with your young ass?
Y'all missed that.
Yeah.
In basketball, if they can play together,
Put all the old heads together.
Hey, they got the money. Them three put their money together. Go buy the Las Vegas team and motherfucking go play.
I wish it was that easy. Except there are trillionaires in this world who have hooked up not only with private equity, but the tech companies, and they are putting together these deals and these teams of other billionaires, and they're like, no. Do you know Elon Musk right now could say, let me buy a team. Actually, let me not buy a team. I don't want to buy a team. I want to buy all the teams. Jesus. You imagine waking up today, you're like, oh, what should I do? Should I buy the NBA or not? No, don't do that. We got to get these robots. No more Model X's. You know you rich when you stop producing Model X's. And I know that they don't sell the most because they cost the most, but damn, they fresh. But then that Escalade did come out with that IQ. I get it. Elon like, let me get out of that market because that Cadillac IQ is insane.
All the old heads together and Ja Morant. Just one YN with all the old heads swaggy.
Just
tell you need it, but you need that. You need the YN to keep them young and fresh.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. All right, so interesting topic right there. See what they doing. Now let's get into some real interesting topics. We're going to get into that inside the NBA. Are they going to hit their stride? Let's see what they're saying about that. First, but foremost, give y'all some love, top fans. Who are you? Patrick Edwards, 5. C. Dola, 4. Who is C. Dola? Nice. Anthony Johnson, he's back. 3. Bobby from Nebraska. Oh, birthday boy. 2. And Chaotic Jester, number 1. Love for you guys. Appreciate it. Hit the like button. Why do I see all these people in here and I don't see all them likes? Damn y'all ignorant. Damn y'all lazy. I mean, just straight lazy. We were just talking about coaching. I'm trying to coach. Y'all got to play with me. Ooh, pause. That was a good pause, too. That was real. All right, let's get into it. Come on, y'all. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Become a member. Become a member. Let's go. Can Inside the NBA hit its playoff stride after quiet first ESPN season? Should I read this as, I should read this as my homegirl, Faneka from the hood. We grew up with a girl named Faneka. Shout out to Faneka if you still out there, girl. I don't know where you been, but good memories growing up. Inside the NBA has had an unusually quiet regular season at ESPN. Can the show come alive again for the postseason? Huh? I hope. Inside the NBA's most beloved studio show in sports history, but after its first full season at ESPN, it's fair to wonder whether the show carries the same weight it once did, given its new, lighter schedule. Well, we obviously know the answer, especially if they continue like that. No. And basketball fans rejoiced when ESPN stepped in and licensed the show after Warner Brothers. Did they? A lot of people said don't do it, but they did. Damn, I need ad blocker. What the hell is all this? I ain't buying none of this. Get off my screen. Sure, Inside the NBA isn't perfect. It's often too negative and disconnected from today's game. The analysts can be too curmudgeonly and only want to relive their own glory days. And new broadcasters like NBC, Amazon feature more contemporary voices who actually fed fans real basketball talk about today's game. How y'all feel about them new ones? They were dope. I can't lie. They gave us what we needed. I give you that. Not just how the stars of yesteryear would dominate today. But the insights, chemistry, and humor of Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, Ernie Johnson, and Shaquille O'Neal are unmatched. Dog, when they're just there, unscripted, don't prepare, just talk ball, it's rap. You can't compete with that. You can't compete with how they get down. Charles Barkley is insanely great at what he does, which is telling you the real, no matter what's going on, and doing it in like a cuddly teddy bear country way. Like, you know, all the things that we all like. Everybody likes a country person, right? I don't give a damn if he racist. You be like, man, he kind of cool. Billy Bob kind of cool. Country as hell. Racist as hell. But yeah, whatever it is, we like country people, right? You don't believe me? Go to Cracker Barrel. Every time you go to Cracker Barrel, you see somebody country, and you be like, man, he cool. And, you know, teddy bear, cuddly. Well, he ain't cuddly no more. He lost about 2,000 pounds. He's little. But the point is, we love Barkley. Kenny Smith is there to kind of keep the thing going in terms of the analysts. Keep it going. Like, let's actually talk a little more basketball, y'all. Come on, dog. We got to do our homework a little bit. Come on, y'all. You know what I mean? And Shaq is just there. Shaq is just there to counterpunch, throw some stuff at you, and then remind you you're not as good as him. Nobody up here is good as me. Great Aristotle. Shaquille. No, nobody got Shaq. So it's like that. And then Ernie just sitting there like in his head. Ernie's having a better show in his head than he is watching them. Because in his head, he's like, what did he just say? This fool crazy. So we want that. And even if you weren't a regular viewer, you probably saw clips and quotes and everything. We get it. Get to the point. All right. But odds are you haven't seen and heard a lot. You've heard a lot less of them this year. And there are a couple obvious reasons for that. First is the ESPN schedule. They only had 20 dates. Good. I'm glad you underlined that. And they're hoping for a more regular schedule next year. Hoping? What you mean? Just say yes or no. What you mean hoping? I hate when people act like it's there's a third option. There's another person influencing us. No, it's you. Either we do it or we don't do it. And it's because of you or me. Ain't nothing else out there. Oh, Marcellus. It depends on what Marcellus thinks before we do something. Hoping. Stop it. Even Charles Barkley, who's made it clear in the past how much of a fan he is of limited schedules, complained that ESPN wasn't working him hard enough under the new setup. Who knew load management would be an issue affecting broadcasters? Being real, Barkley was basically saying, hey, man, I could feel this ain't feeling the same. You know how your social media feels, or you know how it is when you walk outside and your boys, how they look at you, how they talk, your group text. Like when you ain't getting flooded and you're like, yo, we still doing the same thing, but we not getting flooded. This is what Stephen A. Smith said about him and Max Kellerman. He was like, yeah, the numbers are cool, I guess, but it don't feel the same. When I was with Skip, I'm getting flooded. I'm with you, Max. It's kind of dry over here. That's what he was saying. Unfortunately, he didn't say just that. But anyway, most Inside the NBA episodes have accompanied ABC Saturday primetime coverage. Okay, here we go. With all due respect, this isn't Inside the NBA anymore. That was their first episode back after an eternity off the air, and it was 28 minutes long. Some basic banter in the A block, followed by highlights and a quick Nito stat of the night before signing off. That episode, good. That episode tonight felt like a movie sequel only made because the original was so popular. Wow. It does fine at the box office, a couple cheap laughs hitting on the nostalgia of the characters, but has no cultural relevance, staying power once the marketing campaign ends. Damn. I understand the why. Being broadcast on ABC and needing to get to local news for the affiliates because the game ran late, but what made this program so successful for so long was their ability to improv a basketball variety show. That requires time. They would do a 15-minute segment of Kenny and Shaq arguing about filling up a gas tank when it hits half full, $20 is cheaper than filling it from empty, $80. What? And when they came back from commercial, tap into their experience and have a legitimate hoops convo before Shaq decides to eat the world's hottest chip. It was a beautiful mess, which somehow intertwined heavily produced segments with the host's unique ability to make any random conversation topic entertaining. This is fascinating to me. I hope y'all like to read with your dumb asses. On TNT, once they got done with the highlights, they shoot the for another 30 minutes. It appears they don't have that luxury anymore. And we're lucky to just get one rush version of Shaq and Nito, audio tunes, remember Area 21, etc. thus far this season. It doesn't help either that nobody has any clue when the guys are on. Woof, talk to me. That's my problem. ESPN made available a schedule of Inside the NBA broadcasts well before the season started, and not a soul cares or is scheduling their days around this randomness. They have had that's not even on this show. No one is going to appointment viewing unless it's a live game. If it's not a live game, I am not about to set my calendar to watch your show. I will catch it on demand. Thank you, COVID, for making that point hit home. We all were flirting with it. TiVo and all that stuff, we flirting with it. But then when COVID hit, dog, I ain't got time for you when you want me to have your time. I have time for me when I have time. That's it. They have had 2 shows in the last 2 months. 2+ months. That calendar might as well be Apple's terms and conditions at the bottom of every iOS update, which no one reads. Oh, we could be signing away our whole future. We could be mortgaging our house away. As long as I get that update. As long as I get the iPhone update, right? Just my personal opinion here, but the consistency of the show always being on late night every Thursday held a ton of equity in its sustained success. You got to be consistent. And consistent isn't just I'm doing the content. It's what time do you start, right? What days are you? Are you staying consistent in that as well? The sports media consumer has proven for decades that they are creatures of habit. The rhythm and expectation of content delivery matters. Super Bowl is in February. World Series October. Masters is the weekend after March Madness ends. You can plan ahead knowing these events, amongst many more, are written in stone. This is more an airing of grievances by a lifelong fan than a critique from someone looking to indulge in, whoa, I don't even know that word. Schadenfreude? I didn't go to Harvard. I went to Columbia. One of the NBA's most cherished properties feels like it's being diluted with every episode that airs, and it's only a matter of time until the talent realize it too. They already realize it. That's why they start complaining. Isn't that crazy? Blah, blah, blah. Got to know what that word Schadenfreude is. I'm looking that up after the show. You think I'm not? Oh, man. Love to you guys. So, a lot of controversy over there, a lot of craziness over there, but there is some positives. Barkley and Jordan are cool again.
Has Jordan talked to you, or is he still mad at you? What's going on? We always start there. What's up with Michael here? Any conversations with him and all, or no?
We had a conversation. We're going to get together and play golf as soon as basketball is over.
Wow! Charles, that's a big story. Because he was mad at you. And now, so you got back together with him, and it's who you're going to go hang out. Happy to hear that.
We're not like Prince William and Prince Harry. We always had a lot of love for each other. But we talked, actually, in the last probably 72 hours. We decided to get together and play golf as soon as basketball is over.
Wow, I'm very happy to hear that.
Yeah, me too. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, y'all. It ain't always about controversy and scandal, and it's just simple. Like, man, I got that. Who doesn't have that in their life? Think about it right now. Close your eyes. Who's in your life that you need to have a stronger, better relationship with? Okay, open your eyes. It's a long list, right? But at the top of the list for me is like my father. My father's older, and I'm dealing with a couple issues. One issue is that I know he's older, and one day, sooner or later, hopefully later, I'm going to get that call, Daddy. And y'all know me. I ain't scared of nothing but death. And so I got this weird thing about me that when I'm with someone, I'm always thinking about not being with them. Now my dad is a whole nother level because I know he's never going to come back. So I'm so scared that I'm scared to clench tighter. You're supposed to clench tighter. I'm clenching looser. Cause I'm like, Daddy, I gotta have some separation. Cause when you go, it's gonna be devastating. Isn't that crazy? That's how I really think. And on top of that, it's like, all right, I gotta get closer to my daddy. But then at the same time, I got 4 kids. I got a wife. I got a life. I'm a coach and a chauffeur before I'm even myself. I am like always somewhere with an itty bitty. I'm at a showcase last night at St. Bernard's High School for basketball players. My son doesn't even do it because his knee's a little sore. His mama yelling at me like that boy was just running at school today. And I was like, yeah, but at the same time, that's why his knee is sore. Because he knew he wasn't 100%, then he went to school. That's what kids are. They're hurt in front of you. They're hurt at the doctor. They're hurt at the nurse, but they're healthy at the schoolyard. On the schoolyard, they're healthy. They figure it out. They find energy. They find the fountain of youth when they're around their friends playing kickball. Then it's time to go to practice. Their knee hurts. I know. I've been there. So that's the point. All that said, man, those relationships, I'm glad Barkley and Jordan are kicking it. For no other reason, just because they shouldn't be beefing. I know independently Barkley. I know Barkley better than Jordan, but I know Jordan a little. We played pool together. We hung out together. I told some crazy stories that we hung. He almost took my girl without even trying. All this stuff. It's crazy. Michael Jordan is a dude. I mean, but like it's really mesmerizing. It's like when you're around, you just see how people act. I almost lost my girl. She really, not my girlfriend, my girl. She was like, Marcellus Jordan. Jesus. Thank God Mike was like, man, move. Come on, girl. Stop playing. All right. Beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys are thinking. If you haven't heard that story, I'll tell you when it's appropriate. It ain't appropriate right now. Him and Barkley get together. Oh, yeah, let me tell you when I was hanging out with Michael Jordan this time. That's kind of like weak. Anyway, let's see who our top fans are. Number 5 is Patrick Edwards, C. Dola, Anthony Johnson. I see you, big dog. Bobby from Nebraska still hanging on, and the Chaotic Jesters, number 1. Oh, we got a lot of stories still to get into. Come on, y'all. ESPN's going to break its silence on the Diana Russini Vrabel. Skip Bayless going to talk about Shannon, Sharpe, and Fox. Tell you the real. Logan Paul's going to diss First Take. John Jones going to beef with Daniel Cormier again. and NFL contracts exposed. Feels like we haven't done any of the show. We still got all the topics. Shut up, boy. I didn't get to the topics. Okay, so let's get into this. So y'all know this week it was a lot of conversation and fodder. Should we talk about Diana Russini? Should we not? Okay. I understood and respected both sides. On this show, we're going to talk about everything, so don't ever ask that question. Unless I think it's not nothing to do with what we're doing. Like, if there's no life lesson in it, like, come on now. I don't want to just go salacious scandal. But we're going to talk about everything. This situation then morphed into AZ Fudd and Paige Beckers because she gets drafted, AZ Fudd, number 1 overall pick, and she has a relationship with Paige Beckers. How do we know? Because Paige Beckers put it out. So then the reporter asks about it and gets muzzled. Whoa. And then everybody says the line, sports journalism, the line, privacy. Everybody's trying to go there. And now this story hits and lets you know why, and it's all the ladies, thank you, Vrabel, you included too, who are showing us why it's so important to talk about it. Look at this. Megan Rapinoe, hi girl, and Sue Bird, winding down a touch more after announcing breakup. Did y'all catch that? See, sometimes if you don't have a coach that sits there and says, sit down, Wiley, and look at your false step. Look at your right foot. Why are you picking your foot up and putting it down in the same place? You're supposed to be in the B gap by now. That's why you get coaching. That's why it's important. Megan Rapinoe, we know who she is. Sue Bird, we know who she is. Winding down their show. Okay, that's fine. After, announcing breakup. Wait a minute. So your personal life and your relationship makes you end a show? So you have blurred personal and professional? Case dismissed. The sports power couple announced their split in a video and statement on Friday. I don't even know if I got to read this. It's already point made. The two explained in an announcement video that they will publish 6 final special episodes in the coming weeks, alternating as hosts. Alternating? That mean they ain't going to be in the same room? What you mean? Or are they just going to switch it? Hopefully y'all can still be in the same room. Come on, y'all. Then Rapinoe will host a mini-series covering the upcoming FIFA Men's World Cup, at which point the podcast will seemingly end for good. Point proven. It's not because I'm right. It's because y'all wrong. Like, people are like, well, what does it have to do with the fact that if their teammates dating, who cares? Because it can end professional relationships. Personal relationships, I can't be in the same room with them. I don't like them no more. I ain't gonna laugh at their jokes no more. I ain't rocking with them no more. This is also tied into, if you really want to get loose with it, but I could give it to you real short. This is why I really had an issue. Stephen A. and Max broke up, and I ain't say a word while they were together. I ain't say a word when they broke up. It wasn't my business. What became my business is that when they were done, then all of a sudden it felt like a year or 2 years later, I'm hearing Stephen A. Smith just Tupac and Ice Cube, no Vaseline, Max. And I was like, 1, damn, that ain't right. But 2, that ain't true. Like, the stuff you're saying now is revisionist history. But you know what happened to tie it into all of this? When I'm not rocking with you personally, it's going to affect us professionally. So I saw in real time Stephen A. Smith not laughing at the jokes that were funny, not giving his boy the get along that he does with everyone else. You think all them jokes from Dan Orlowski and Ryan Clark are funny? No, but they know what to do. They doing good TV. They like, boy, whoa, you look good today, Stephen A. Where you get that seat? Oh, this is nothing. This is nothing. Dog, that ain't funny for real, but you do it. And it's okay. But when you don't do it, imagine Ryan Clark and Dan Orlowski, if they had the power to do this, they would do this. They'd be like, what you got on, dog? You look a mess. What? Stephen A. wouldn't know what to say, right? It's a way that you play it, and it's a way you don't play it. I know, because I played it, and I also don't play it. So that's why I'm like, y'all doing the most. And then, look at this. So it turns into this. Posted yesterday. Now this is wild. Y'all got to follow me here. While they asking AZ Fudd about Paige Beckers posted this. What another girl, some Nika Mul in Croatia. Oh, they scandalous. AZ sitting there not going to answer the question about Paige. PR is sitting there intercepting the question, saying she's not answering any personal questions, which hurts the league and hurts her story. But she should have said, no, we used to be together and now we're not. Or she should have said, look, that's in the past. We used to have some friendship. I don't know what she could have said, but say something. She didn't. Whatever. And then Paige said, oh, you know what I could say? I could say something that's worth 1,000 words. You know what that is? A picture. Jesus. Y'all got to catch the subliminals, the shots that are fired. Y'all just watching like, oh, what's this? What's this? What's this? These people out here engaging in guerrilla warfare. You don't believe me? Don't believe me? Just watch. So you don't believe it's guerrilla warfare? Okay, let's get into it. Now we're here. ESPN finally breaks his silence on the Russini Vrabel story. They put it out, but look how they did it. ESPN releases the Diana Russini story via their reporter. Oh, you mean it ain't on First Take? It ain't on First Take? The #1 show in the morning for 14 years straight. Respect, salute, too. Don't take these jokes as hate, ever. That's my way of showing love. That's my love language. Clown your ass. Who has 8,453 followers. Damn. Not to diss you, dog, but they didn't want this to get covered that much. And doesn't retweet it from their 58.2 million follower account. It's guerrilla warfare, y'all. Come on, y'all. It's also buried way down on their main website page. It's almost like they're trying to appease the public, us, you, we, by releasing the story, but don't actually want to magnify and don't actually want you to see the story. So, wow, that's the story. Interesting. Let's get into it. It's Russini time. Or, sorry, on this show, we don't call her Russini. Or we don't call him Mike Vrabel. We say, Dirty Diana. Because Michael Jackson's coming out, the movie. All right. So first, I'm going to show you guys exactly why this is important. I think somebody did a great summation of it. It's the same guy, Tony Farmer. Whoever you are, Tony Farmer, let's see who Tony Farmer is. 49ers talk. Okay, so he's a creator, host, last man standing, last man proxy, 3 times top 40 in Circa Survivor. That means you were 40. Nobody ever writes top 40 and they're like 11 or 1. Let me stop. Betting content for Survivor Atlas. Respect to you, big dog. And look, he got 8,000 followers too. That's crazy. So it's the pot calling the kettle black. I like it. Some in media and on social media want to distract you in the Diana Russini, Mike Vrabel scandal. Peep this, y'all. By focusing on the tabloid stuff, the alleged affair, they can sweep the scandal under the rug with a simple, it's none of your business. I'll remind you what this massive scandal is really about. Journalism ethics, self-explanatory. The AP voting process. Well, no, if it's self-explanatory, let myself explain it. You're supposed to at least give off the impression that you're objective. You're supposed to at least give off the impression that you don't have bias in stories. If so, why am I reading your story thinking I'm getting news? I'm getting opinion, an opinion that is not even fact-based. That is just what you feel based. That's fine, but that's not journalism. Journalism is I take the journey and wherever it takes me, as long as I follow the truth there, that's where we land. That's the destination. That obviously is self-explanatory in this story. You lose it. If you messing around, if you are messing around with the head coach of a team, that's a problem. And now I'm going to show you why it's a problem. The AP voting process. Russini had a vote for Coach of the Year. Which button? Jesus. She had a Coach of the Year vote? I wonder who got that vote. All right. And is already on record saying she voted for Drake May for MVP. Not the worst crime, but I hear you. I mean, look, if you could say Matthew Stafford probably should have won it, which he did, but even when they were like, oh, which one you go? I heard Mina Kimes say Drake May as well. Ooh, maybe Mina and Diana talking. Oh. Point being, you can't argue if you wanted Drake May. But you can argue, why do you want Drake May? The AP wrote about the Russini resignation and didn't mention anything about this. I think the AP wants this story to go away. Damn. Tampering. Numerous clips and articles have surfaced in which Diana Russini has talked about both A.J. Brown and Max Crosby being upset with their teams and the Patriots being a trade destination. Yeah, I did find that a little interesting because, you know, when you're involved in trade talk, the first point is I want to get out of here, not I want to go there. And usually you never say where you want to go because you want to keep your options open because you could get more for it and you can try and get you a deal once you get there. Your agent is putting in some work, but Diana was like, yeah, Max is unhappy here. He would love to play for Vrabel. Where does that come from? Okay, I haven't heard Max Crosby go on record and say anything. Vrabel isn't allowed to lure a contracted player to the Patriots, so people are asking if he used Russini to manipulate the trade market. Wow. The NFL hasn't issued a statement on this. They won't. It's conceivable they're investigating this internally, but that seems unlikely because they haven't issued a "we are aware of it and we're looking into it" type statement. I think the NFL wants this story to go away. This dude is writing. Boy. Accountability. Mike Vrabel is known for preaching accountability with his team and now finds himself in a serious scandal. Instead of addressing the media, he is nowhere to be found, which is the opposite of accountability. I think Mike Vrabel wants this story to go away. Wow. Give it a like. Odd media coverage. TMZ turned down this story because it didn't want to police the bedroom. TMZ? Didn't want to police the bedroom? Isn't that half the content? The NFL Network acted as though the story wasn't happening. Dan Le Batard admitted covering the story made him uncomfortable. Barstool admits to having a close relationship with Diana Russini, it shows. ESPN, which made a big deal of the Coldplay couple, remained silent and refused to cover this scandal. That's a smoking gun. Why am I watching married exec and his employee mistress? What that got to do with sports? And Coldplay, nothing sports connected. And we showing that, and they were just hugged up and then they ran away from each other. But then Diana is interlocked in fingers with an NFL head coach who was in the Super Bowl. Jesus. And y'all like, oh, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You can't make this up. I am a very petty, I'm petty wop. That's what they call me, petty wop. I'm petty wop, and I don't forget. So I would never respect you the same. I may like you a lot, but my respect for you is just going to be, and I can kick it. I'm never going to hate you. I'm not a hater because I know I'm imperfect too. So there's stuff about me you probably are petty about or hate. But I don't hate you. I just don't like this. This is insane. ESPN, every time I'm watching, I'm like, oh, they want to talk about this and not that. And then you know another scandal going to come up and they're going to talk about it. And you're going to be like, I can't. That just hurts your credibility. Seriously, it does. Now, even when some cover the scandal, it's with kid gloves and focuses on the tabloid stuff as opposed to numbers 2, 3, and 4 above. I think some members of the media want this story to go away. Blah, blah, blah. Let me expound on that last point because, yeah, the media does. Because, one, there are some guilty parties in the media. There are dudes and girls who are getting it in still. There are coaches messing with reporters. There's coaches messing with people in their office, blah, blah, blah. Ime Udoka. We killed that story, but we ain't going to touch this story. So it's happening. And them people are like, move on. You don't want nobody on your scent. I get it. I get that. Then there's people who are not doing it, but they did it before. And they like, yo, the last thing I need is somebody to dig in my past and find something. You know, you want the statute of limitations. Please, please, please. It was just one time on the road. What else you gonna do in Omaha? Omaha. So don't hold me to that. And I'm faithful. Remember we talked about faithful versus undefeated? Perfect versus undefeated is what we call it. Men, to be faithful, have to be perfect. Perfect. If not, you're not faithful. You cheated. It's a 0 or 100 sum game. Either you are 100% of the time and you're faithful, or that one time is 0. You don't. It's pass fail. Men have to be perfect. With all that testosterone, whether you played or not, you're on TV, the adrenaline, the platform, the love, the fame, the fortune. You got to be perfect, man. Woman, first of all, you ain't got to do nothing. You're a woman. But you got something that's undefeated. That means it's never lost. What do we call it? It's how life occurs. It's the highway to life. It's beautiful. And it's undefeated. So undefeated going against, I need to be perfect. You know how that's going to play. Let's just say it's a lot of teams under 500. Jesus. All right, let's get into it. There's more. Details emerge around the efforts to push back against Vrabel photo scandal. Russini was unable to provide sufficient evidence to back up her claims to both Page Six and The Athletic. You know what? We got part 2 of this. All I know is we're going to do it tomorrow. Let me tell you this. They got serious conversations, serious questions, and they're asking Diana, just prove it. Just prove it, Diana. We ain't got to do I don't need to hear the long story. I need to hear the short story. As Marcellus' grandma said, the truth is simple. Lies are complex. Ain't this a long, complex, long-ass story? You want to know why? It rhymes with why. Because it's Logan Paul, take us somewhere, big dog. Damn, I want to finish that story. Beat it up in the comments. Tell me right now why I read this top fans. I'm going to look at y'all. If y'all want to keep going Russini or y'all want to do it tomorrow, let me know as I see it. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a member. John Q, 8167. Universal Trappers, I see you, big dog. Patrick Edwards is number 3. Stomp DC is number 2, and Chaotic Jester is number 1. Should I keep going or nah? Let me know. Let me know. Oh, okay. All right, so y'all saying tomorrow. I see it. All right, good, because I'm tired of talking about this lady. Just tell the truth, lady. All right, let's get into this. Logan Paul, you happy on first take?
What's your name again?
Shay.
Shay.
Damn. He just said, what's your name again? Shay. Now, he in character and all that, but damn. Jesus.
I would love to answer your question. It's just so hard because it's so early and the neurons haven't quite started firing. And so maybe you could ask me a more simple question.
What are you most looking forward to this weekend here at WrestleMania?
Man, sleeping in.
He don't know if this is a skit or not. I think she knows. Like, it's yesterday. Cameron had a skit with another wrestler, Uso. Yeah, Uso. And people were like, yo, Cam got beat up and all that and whatever to all that tough talk. Dog, when you have a wrestler on, please look at it through the lens of choreography, right? And people are in on it. Even if they're acting nervous, I hope they're knowing this ain't real.
Tomorrow morning, which I could do before my match, which I was unable to do this morning because it's 5 in the morning and they had me come on this show, which is crazy, but I'll do it because I'm a good employee, the best employee they have, and so that's why I'm here.
Okay, perfect. Good.
I don't know if
Stephen A. like, I ain't got no time for this. This ain't real. He's just pointing at the man to say, go.
You can tell sometimes, Logan, that the fans don't quite like you sometimes.
What are you talking about, bro? I will walk right now. I'll actually walk right now because I'm only here so I don't get fined. So if you give me a reason to walk, I will walk.
Does anything else tell you is choreographed than that? Gave him the good punchline. He went there on them. All love. Blah, blah, blah. All right, let's talk a little bit more. Skip Bayless. You and Shannon, y'all had a lot of issues. Vlad, don't you damn flag this. I don't know if I could play Vlad videos because he make all that money, so he be keeping it. He like, I don't need nobody else to be sharing my videos. Vlad, you're my homie. You better not play. Let me hear it.
Sometimes it kind of stood out. There's it's my turn. That moment.
I don't know. We probably had 100 of those. Seriously.
Right. But then there's put your glasses back on.
You didn't have 100 of those. What can Skip Bayless say now? Now I'm trying to talk a little bit more. Pardon the interruptions, so I can make this video go through because Vlad is a gangster. But I want to see how you play this, because this is when I got into the Max Kellerman, Stephen A. stuff, because I was like, it's over, it's done. It's a way to say it. It's a way to talk about your ex. Okay, you don't say, "Oh, guess what? She cheated," and then because you ain't say you cheated. You gonna tell me all their problems? Tell me yours. Lead with your weaknesses.
Moment, and a lot of people had a problem with that.
I don't know if they did or not. I don't follow what other people say, so this is news to me.
Right. Well,
stop that. Stop that. Don't do that. Just say I don't follow what other people say, but I've heard, and then you go. Because even if you don't, your friends do follow it, and your friends are your friends, so they're going to ask you how you feel about what people are saying. I hate when people do this. Athletes do this too. I don't know what y'all talking about. Then as soon as they leave that team or they retire, they be like, and all those people who didn't believe me and didn't believe in me, shut it.
Some people, I don't know, people try to put race into situations a lot of times.
This is not racial at all.
Right. I agree with you, but the way social media takes to it,
I can't.
It ended up being like kind of almost like a racial thing, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, but I've always worked with black partners my whole life, so I don't think anybody who knows me would ever think that the race had a thing to do with any of this.
Nah, you can't go race on Skip. Don't do that. Nope. And I know the man himself, Skip. Nope. His best friend's Lil Wayne. God dang, it's kind of hard to be racist when you say, oh, my best friend's Lil Wayne. Silly. But more than that, this is highlighting when you don't go along. Remember, we were talking about Kwame Brown, respect to you for creating that mantra, go along, get along, gang, or is it get along, go along, gang? But go along, get along. Right now, Skip is being defiant. We're not getting much out of this interview other than, Skip, you're lying because you don't know what we're talking about and all that stuff. This is it. This is why on mainstream and network and stuff, you see all the laughter and the nervous laughter and the fake giggling and all the hoo-ah, ha-ha. You got to do it, because if not, it turns into this. And this is no fun.
Shannon and I just competed every day. He's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. And I am proud and stubborn to a fault. And I love to compete on live television with sports opinions because I believe in mine and I back them up and I stand by them. And as the Lil Wayne theme song said, and you don't back down. You just don't back down. And so, sure, we're
okay, let's stop right there because this is what his superpower is. And I identified this before, but now he said it. It brings it home. Skip Bayless took what Jim Rome was doing. And Jim Rome, if you don't know, has been the dude, a dude since the 90s. Like, really, like making tons of money. Say what you want. You may not quote him a lot. You may not retweet him a lot. You may not know. He had been eating forever. Jim Rome was making more money. Jim Rome was making Stephen A. Smith money now back in the late 90s, 2000s. Real spit. Rome is burning? No joke. He was Kobe Bryant's neighbor. Huh? Yes. Dude been killing it. Point being, but Jim Rome was battling whoever was at home. Rome is burning. Here's my opinion. Rah. And then you at home was like, I got to go back and watch tomorrow because there's no way he thinks that way. Skip Bayless took it to the next level. He said, I'm gonna keep it gangster like Jim Rome, but I'm gonna grab somebody and put them in here, and I'm gonna just go at them. Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab a bunch of people, and this is what he did. Archie Bunker. If you ever watch All in the Family, one of my favorite shows, love that show. Crazy. The Jeffersons started off of All in the Family. So what happens is Archie Bunker, whoever you are, Skip Bayless. I have opinions, strong opinions, stubborn opinions, outdated opinions. Whatever they are, they're mine. I dare you to try and take them. I dare you to try and change them. And every day, you're not. You watch All in the Family every day, Archie's the same dude. You watch this show, Skip Bayless when he was on First Take. Whatever, Tebow's the man. I'll prove it. Right? Same formula. That's why he's genius. That's why he's on Mount Rushmore. That's his superpower.
We're going to get into it back and forth. We got into it every day in every way. That was the appeal of that show. It was very different than the one I did with Stephen A. because we're both journalists background and neither of us played pro sports, college sports for that matter. I think Stephen A. played a touch, but.
And the point is, this is his only way to express that competitiveness. How genius. You couldn't play anymore. You're not in pro sports, college sports, really? These words become my actions. These words become my tackles. They become my rebounds. They become my points. They become my assists. Insanely genius.
But the point was, with Shannon, now I'm matching opinions with a Pro Football Hall of Famer. What do you have? Three? Do you have 3 Super Bowl rings? I think he's. Now I'm losing track.
Because he ain't got them notes. That's one thing about Skip. If he ain't got a whole pile of notes on his lap like he had the club, the Naked Ballet, that memory gone.
2 Super Bowl rings.
Look at.
Anyway, but he's got Super Bowl rings and never lost a Super Bowl. So it's like the ultimate
3
challenge. 3. He's got 3. Yeah, I thought 3 Super Bowl rings. So ultimate challenge for me.
98, 99, and 2001.
There it is. Yeah.
No one really cares. Get to the point.
There we go. And he won with Baltimore, the last one. And so we would get into it every day. This went on for years. We were together 7.5 years, I think. So
off camera, were you guys friends at all?
Got along really well. I wouldn't say we were friends as in social friends.
Basically, y'all ain't hanging. It's okay. That's called an associate. We all got associates. Like, while I'm in this building, while I'm in this job, while I'm in this role, you the homie. As soon as I'm out, I'm out.
We didn't socialize, but, Stephen A. is my brother. I mean, he's just my brother. Like, literally more of my brother than my actual brother was. And
my mama raised me that when people are like that, be careful of them. Because and I don't know if that's real or not. I was just raised that way. Like, nobody is more than the one that is. Like, my mama I used to grow up, that's my sister. That's my, your homegirl that you're really close to. My mama would be like, no, she's your sister. That's it. You got her. Tiki, OG Henny-Lo, Latashika. That's your sister. My sister named Latashika. Don't y'all start. So that's it. They ain't your sisters. That's like, and I was like, ooh, she got a point there. So, when somebody walk around like, Marcellus my brother, I'll be like, I don't have any brothers. We could be boys. We could be boys. We could be besties. But brother, reserve it for those who really are.
That's like Wayne. And we work together very well. Probably we work together better than Stephen A. and I work together as far as we're just in sync. And Shannon is just he works so hard, so prepared, so on time, so ready to go. We had a great.
He almost said that in contrast, like Stephen A. wasn't. But actually, I've seen him on other interviews, and he said, look, he didn't say he wasn't prepared, Stephen A. He said Stephen A. just would let Skip was like, I got to go first, and then Stephen A. counterpunch and then amplify it. That was their formula, which can be construed and taken and interpreted as he ain't really prepared. You can tell that he ain't as prepared. Whatever you want to say, we know Stephen A. ain't leading with his homework. Let's just say that.
Great working relationship. And I underscore the word great because it functioned like a well-oiled machine at the highest level.
Well, it seems like not too long after the put your glasses back on comment, Shannon Sharpe actually leaves.
Now you done made Vlad talk like this. Vlad, you don't talk like this when it's Boosie or 6ix9ine. Even when I'm up there doing the show. D.L. Hughley. Now you got Vlad throwing softballs because he's like, this dude ain't gonna Skip, do the interview.
He leaves undisputed in June 2023.
He did.
And it seemed like there was some bad blood because I remember I watched this one interview. It was at some conference. He was on stage and they asked him whether he could ever work with you before again. He said, no, I realized that I can't make money with Skip Bayless anymore. I can't work with him anymore. He realized that. And it seemed like it was based around.
He made a lot of money, wasn't it?
Look at Skip like, I ain't got to have no notes for that. Boy, you got with Skip, you helped build a network, boy. Get that money.
But have you heard some of that? Some of these comments?
Nope, I don't follow it. I only know that he came to me 2 days before he was scheduled to leave and said, is there any way we can make this work? And I said, yes, there is. And I tried to go upstairs and fight his battle for him. And I was just told that bridge is burned. And I don't know what happened. I don't know the gory details of what happened behind the scenes, but that working relationship with Fox had ended And they did give him his podcast, which was great for Shannon.
Let's stop right there. We're going to stop right there in part 2 of this, blah, blah, blah. Because a couple things just happened. He dropped a jewel that I publicly have never seen drop before, which is that they talked right before it, and then Skip did say before, look, I tried to work it out with Shannon, and it was above my head. So the little more detail is that Shannon preempted that, came to him, said, go upstairs, man, let's make this work, whatever it may be. And they were like, nope, no can do. So that leads me, because some people were trying to call me out, I guess, because I know too much, I guess. And I was like, yo, Shannon is gone. And when Shannon is gone, part of the consolation, part of the package, part of the parachute is they gave him Club Shay Shay. Now, tell me the truth. Some people was like, Club Shay Shay, and I think Shannon was even saying Club Shay Shay was his from the beginning. I'm the sole proprietor or something like that, right? And this is why I hate when people like, dog, I'm not here for negativity. I'm here to just say what really happens as long as it doesn't burn down somebody's house. I would be like, yeah. I said, no. They gave him that. Because when he started it there. You want to know how I know? Because they told me when they were trying to sell me on doing what Shannon was doing. They're like, Shannon is doing this. And then you remember when Skip started doing it. They're like, Skip is doing this. And then other people in there, Joe Klatt and all this stuff. And they're like, Marcellus, you can do it up here. I remember taking a tour, and I was like, oh. I was like, damn, I'll be in this building all day. Jesus. But it was all good. It wasn't that deep. It's almost like Russini, the videos. Okay, Russini, we think you're cheating. Are you or not? You have a choice right now, Diana. If you lie, now we find out you're lying. You're a cheater and liar. The cover-up's worse than the crime. But I heard that Shannon was going around, or somebody, or maybe it was just social media, because I don't want to put it on Shannon fully, acting like that podcast was his from the day one. And Skip just told you, no, they gave it to him. And that's all it was. It's not that deep. Why do people want to lie? Like, golly, just, no. It is, Skip. It is, Shannon. Respect. All right, beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Man, that's gangster. Yeah, and also, last point, the bad blood part, there's more to that interview because we didn't even get to the part where he said what Fox really said. We didn't get to the point where he was saying, why did Shannon even miss the days? Remember when Shannon missed after Skip had that tweet about DeMar Hamlin and all that? We didn't get to that. So that part 2 is going to be fun. I just trip out when cats be really like on one. Like, the internet has receipts, y'all. Like, I know we all grew up where you can get away with stuff. I grew up where there were families that had other family members across the street and didn't know they were family. Like, I grew up in that Terrell Owens era of like, oh, my brother or sister's across the street and I don't know it. Like, grandma and granddaddy used to get it in and then it'd be around the corner because they had a chuck wagon. They couldn't go nowhere. They didn't have Uber. Granddaddy, they had one car for the family. And guess what? When Granddaddy got drunk and played spades and whoever stayed late, sometimes they lived across the street. That's how I grew up hearing like, what? Who's that? That's my auntie, cousin, friend too? And my neighbor? Wow. Y'all entangled. Then you get to the era we are where we creeping, all of a sudden you hear, oh, I saw so-and-so. I saw so-and-so over there. That's our era. We had the RTD and the bus, the rough, tough, and dangerous. We could get around a little bit, but not a lot bit, but a little bit. We still ain't got no Uber. We ain't got no cell phones. We ain't got no group text, but we getting away. Ain't nobody screenshotting you when you in the corner over there. So what's up, Betty? I only got about 2.5 hours. What we doing? We eating or we eating? You know what I mean? You fast forward to now. Soon as you walk out the house with the thought of maybe tonight I don't know. Maybe tonight I won't be perfect. Digital surveillance. Do you know that there are forensic digital analysts in this world that record all things and don't delete anything? Just trying to help y'all. It's weird because I used to be a bad boy. Bad boy. What does that mean? I used to like hanging out. I like being single. And girls used to like me too. Then I got older and fatter and uglier, broker. Let me stop. No, the point is you grow up. You just grow up, man. You just realize you're just running around in circles. Sooner or later, you want to actually run on the track, not just on the treadmill. That's what I look at dating. Dating is fun. Dating is amazing. Except I'm tired of hearing your favorite color. And I'm tired of you telling me stuff that you're really not going to be about, and vice versa. Every date I think about now, you are not that person. And I'm not either. I could sound amazing if you give me a chance to talk, but I will sound imperfect if you give me a chance to see. You see me hanging, you're like, oh, this fool. I do a lot of raunchy jokes. I don't believe in conversation, anything's off limits. I'm not the best friend to have. Because if you ask me, I'm going to say, do you really want the answer? It could be your prom. And you're like, man, big dog, how I look? I'm like, bro, you sure? Are you sure? I'm not sure. But, hey, look, I ain't the law. Point being, I can tell you, though. Real spit. Let's see if we got one more topic. Let's get somewhere else. Ooh, that Usher. We could get on to that Usher and Chris Brown and the Verses and R. Kelly, but we ain't going to do none of that. You know what we're going to do? We're going to love each other right now. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and become a member. And then we're going to check in tomorrow because guess what? It's going down in the DM. We got to talk about what's really happening tomorrow. Part 2 of that Skip Bayless is going to be fun. And then we're going to do some other things. So I love y'all, man. Let's get your thing in. Want to be Marcellus. I love him too. You know it. Peace.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not a